Since 1886, chess has been obsessed with one question: who is the best human alive? For over a century, every generation pushed the limits higher. Bigger minds, better preparation, deeper calculation, but now it feels like we've hit a wall. In 1999, Garry Kasparov reached an almost impossible rating, 2851. People thought nobody would touch it for decades. Then about 15 years later, Magnus Carlsen finally surpassed it. And yet today, in 2026, Magnus is still the king, but even he struggles to stay above 2850 consistently. Think about it, the greatest player of the modern era, barely moving beyond the number achieved over 25 years ago. If chess improvement was a mountain, humanity may have already reached the thin air near the summit, the place where climbing higher becomes almost impossible. Some people believe we may never see 3000 ELO, not because humans stopped improving, but because chess itself is starting to break. Why? Because modern chess is no longer just a game of creativity, it's becoming a game of memory. With engines like Stockfish reaching absurd levels of strength, top players now memorize opening lines 20, 30, sometimes 40 moves deep. At the highest level, people aren't always finding moves anymore. Sometimes they're just recalling them, and that creates a terrifying problem: draw death. When both players know near perfect engine lines, games become harder and harder to win, and in the ELO system, draws are deadly. A draw against a lower rated player quietly drags your rating down, so climbing higher starts feeling impossible. And ironically, this is exactly what Bobby Fischer feared decades ago. He believed classical chess was slowly becoming prearranged. Too much preparation, too much memorization, and too little real thinking. He saw the future before anyone else did. That's why he invented Fischer Random Chess. By randomizing the back pieces, you destroy opening memorization instantly. No 40 move prep, no engine files memorized at home. From move 1, you actually have to think again. And maybe that's why so many elite players are embracing it now. Even Magnus himself has pushed heavily toward faster formats than Fischer Random, because maybe that's the only way left to truly measure human skill, instead of measuring who has the better database and stronger laptop. But maybe the problem goes even deeper than openings. Maybe classical chess itself encourages safety. Think about it. If draws are rewarded, why risk losing? But what if chess changed the incentives? Different scoring systems, faster time controls, rules designed to punish passive play? Because when players are forced to take risks, somebody eventually wins. Maybe under the current rules, 3000 ELO is almost impossible. Not because humans are weak, just because classical chess is becoming too soft. So now, chess stands at a crossroads. We can continue down the path of memorization and endless draws, or embrace chaos. New formats, new rules, new versions of the game. Maybe 3000 ELO will never happen in classical chess, but in a reinvented version of chess, the sky might still be the limit.